Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. What's up, guys? We are in week 8 of the NFL, and we are talking about the Minnesota Vikings, who just fell victim to my Philadelphia Eagles. We are no longer in the loss column, okay? We snapped our 2-game win streak, and we beat the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota 22-28. We scored 28, so 28-22. I apologize for not saying that correctly, but we beat the Vikings in Minnesota, 28-22. Jalen Hurts had a beautiful game. Saquon Barkley, not so much, but Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, great game. It was great to see. Our defense played pretty well. The revenge narrative for Carson Wentz in his revenge game was killed. All right, but now we're talking about the Vikings playing the Chargers, and both these teams are coming off a home loss. I'll have one bold prediction. Seb will have one bold prediction. Take us away.
You could also tell we're in week 8 because he hasn't shaved since week 1.
You're crazy.
That punk little goatee
This
coming
dude
out here.
is trying me. I fought September 19th. That was what, week 3?
So
I haven't shaved since week 3.
Barely
okay?
grow a facial hair.
I
it's
haven't
actually
shaved since week 3.
sad, but
I am happy I'm not you where I have to deal with it all the time.
hey, I honestly,
this right here,
it keeps me warm.
Right here, my upper lip, I gotta shave it a couple times a week. Because if I don't, I get that little shadow, like I get that little like stain of chocolate milk, like I just had some Nesquik. And I think that I'm like, damn, bro, Seb's got that on his whole face.
Yeah, it gets
You
pretty
don't go
scratchy,
a couple.
man.
You don't get it. You don't go. If you don't go a couple of days without shaving, it's visible.
It gets
Yeah,
scratchy.
no,
for
that's
sure.
pain in the ass. I'm happy I don't have to deal
It
with
gets
that.
scratchy.
Past my
I
upper
just
lip.
shaved 2 days ago, and it's already like really rough.
But I'm glad that you let me know. I'm probably gonna go shave this and start the week.
Anyways, also Patriots have won 4 in a row as well. 4-0 on the road. We 5-2. 2 weeks in a row. We on top of the division, AFC East, baby. It's our division to lose at this point.
You've won 4 in a row, and are 4-0 on the road.
Yep.
You've won 4 in a row, and you're 4-0 on the road the whole season.
Wow. So
5-2.
I'll be at the Tampa game in about 3 weeks. Easy win there, baby. All right. Anyways, Vikings versus Chargers. I got something to say about my fellow running backs. Jordan Mason will have over 60 rushing yards in this game. That's pretty low for Jordan Mason, but
it's a good pick.
he
though.
hasn't really gone explosive all year, especially since Aaron Jones has been on IR. The Chargers are ranked 21st in the NFL when it comes to rush yards allowed per game. They average 124.2 per yards per game, and this is before today's game where they let Jonathan Taylor go absolutely ballistic. Okay, Jordan,
Which was my bold take, and it hit for Sunday night, so...
Sunday afternoon.
For Sunday afternoon, I apologize. My Sunday bold pick was Jonathan Taylor over 80 yards. So I support this decision in Seb going back to the well and targeting this Chargers run defense.
Just like the Commanders secondary that I'm going to target on Monday Night Football.
We love doing that.
On Monday Night Football, I'm going to target the Chargers run defense. Okay, Jordan Mason in his last 4 games has gotten 116 yards, which was on Cincinnati. He got 57, 52, and 57. So he's on a consistent streak. He had 57 today, all with 13 to 16 carries per game. So he's getting that volume that
So he's
makes
averaging over 4 yards a carry.
He's averaging 4.7 per carry.
Okay.
Taylor had what, 94 yards on the
Yes,
Chargers and
on 16 carries.
and 3 touchdowns on 16 carries in a blowout win. By the way, I like this matchup a lot. I'm aiming so low because Mason is playing on the road in a cross-country game on a short week.
Okay.
It's also going to be a game where the Vikings are on a run-heavy script due to poor quarterback play from Carson Wentz and the uncertainty about J.J. McCarthy. We don't know if he'll be back or not. Guess we're going to see since it is a short week. The Colts offense had 191 yards in the first 20 minutes of the game against the Chargers defense. The Colts had almost 200 yards with 10 minutes still left in the second quarter. Shout out to EJ for texting me that. But anyway, Jordan Mason over 60 yards. I like it. I'm going to smash it. You could go 70. That might be a little bit of a gamble, but he's going to run the ball and he's going to get 60.
I support Seb on this. I think it's a great take. I definitely think you should book it. Guys, last Thursday, we went 3-1.
4-0.
Okay? We went.
I went 4-0. We went overall. He went 3-1. I went 4-0 because you picked the Steelers too.
Yeah, I picked the
No,
Steelers
sorry.
to win. Our bold predictions hit.
Yeah.
We went 3-0 on the
see.
bold predictions.
Let's see.
I went Chase over 6 catches and over 80 yards.
So
Chase did that, and then I chose the Steelers. So I went 2-1.
Okay, so let me put it this way: if you put together a parlay with my picks and Cincinnati, you would have gone 4-0. If you did it with EJ, you would have gone 3-1.
We did pick a different winner. Yeah.
Yeah.
We picked a different winner. I went with the Steelers. He went with the Bengals. But our bold predictions, they all hit. I went over 6 catches for Jamar Chase and 80 yards. Seb went over
Joe
1.5
Flacco.
Joe Flacco touchdowns. And all that happened. And then he said Cincinnati was going to win. So we were very successful on Thursday night. And I think we're also going to be successful on this Thursday night because, like I said in our Sunday video, we targeted this Chargers defense. And this Chargers defense is not good against the run. Seb just gave you all the statistics about how Jordan Mason is consistently getting over 50 yards a game. And now he's playing this Chargers defense who gave up over 100 yards to Devon Achane, all right, in the week prior to playing Jonathan Taylor. So this was week 7. In week 6, they gave up 128 yards to Devon Achane, 94 yards and 3 touchdowns to Jonathan Taylor. And then if you go back to week 5, Krosky Merritt had 111 yards. The rookie running back had his only 100-yard performance on the season against this Chargers defense. So in 3 straight games, okay, the Chargers defense has allowed a running back to get at least 90 yards with rookie Bill Krosky. I'm over here trying to say Ja'Cory Krosky. Bill Krosky, and with Devon Achane getting over 100, and then John Taylor getting over 94. I like what Seb has to say. I like his bold take. Please, Jordan Mason, do it for us and deliver. All right, so now it's going to take you to my bold pick, and I'm sticking to the same theme as last Thursday, and I'm going Justin Jefferson over 80 yards. Okay, last week we said Jamar Chase over 80 yards. I'm going with his LSU college teammate, Justin Jefferson. So we're going back to the well with the LSU receivers. Okay? Yes, we're going to be grittying as this bold prediction is going to hit. And that was not a good gritty. Okay, I was trying not to acknowledge much.
Mike
It
just
kind of smacked me in the shin, but
You'll
it's all
probably
right.
smack your heel again. Don't worry.
I would say Justin Jefferson.
DJ's on a 3-game winning streak of smacking his heel on his couch.
I did
so
do that. I get
couch,
excited and I smack.
couch 3, EJ 0.
Okay. Either way, we're going to keep this streak of EJ bold predictions. Bam, bam, bam. All right, this is going to be the second week in a row.
Bam,
I would say, all right, Justin Jefferson has hit over 80 yards in 3 straight games, but he had 79 in the game today against my Philadelphia Eagles. All right? In the last 2 out of 3 games, he has gone over 100 yards. All right? So Justin Jefferson has gone over 79 yards in 3 straight games. And then to go on top of that, he's gone over 100 yards in 2 out of the last 4 games. So Justin Jefferson is getting the work, and he's playing this defense that is not very good against number 1 receivers. Okay? Justin Jefferson, who is the second best wide receiver in the league, is playing this Chargers defense, who has given up a decent amount of production to number 1 wide receivers. Yes, the Chargers defense has allowed the 3rd fewest receiving yards and the 2nd fewest touchdowns to the wide receiver position, but wide receiver 1s are producing, as I've said, and now I'm going to give you the stats. Michael Pittman last week had 58 yards and a touchdown against this team, wide receiver 1 for the Colts. Before that, Jalen Waddle had 95 yards on 6 catches against this Chargers defense. Deebo Samuel, 96 yards and a touchdown on 9 catches. He was wide receiver 1 because Terry McLaurin was hurt. Then they played the Broncos, and Cortland Sutton had 118 yards and a touchdown on 6 receptions. All those wide receivers, except Michael Pittman, had over 90 yards and 6 receptions. Justin Jefferson, who is the 2nd best wide receiver in the league, will feast in this matchup. If you don't think Jay Jets is going to ball out against this team who is allowing number 1 wide receivers to have a good day against them, you're crazy. I think Justin Jefferson is going to go over 80 yards. That's my bold prediction. Jamar Chase did it last Thursday. Justin Jefferson does it this Thursday, and they show it on Primetime Football. Now, that's going to take you to Seb's score prediction.
Minnesota will win this game 27-20. Chargers will lose 2 in a row for the second time this season after starting 3-0. Minnesota has more rest technically and are pretty pissed off after losing to the Eagles today with a horrible performance from Carson Wentz.
I'm so happy we get to say that, and we don't have to talk about Carson Wentz revenge game. But go on.
EJ will be in a whole different mood right now, I'll tell you.
I would have a sourpuss on my face.
The Vikings actually had chances to win today and take the go-ahead lead, but they failed. Kevin O'Connell's record at SoFi Stadium is 1-0. He won the Super Bowl at the stadium as an offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh, that's a good point.
And his only visit to the stadium as a head coach was in 2024 when his Vikings played the Rams. Offensive-minded head coach going into a primetime game in a dome against a defense who allowed 20.8 points a game, and today gave up over 30 points to a hot Colts team. I like my chances for Minnesota to win.
That's a very good point with Kevin O'Connell. He won the Super Bowl there. He probably likes going to that stadium. And he probably is fired up for this game. He's coming off a loss. Damn, you made a good point there. You made a good point there with the Vikings winning this game. You said 27-20?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to disagree with you and disagree with that point. Yes. All right? And I have it being a close game, a one-score game, just like you. But I have the Chargers winning this game, 23-22. Guys, this game, I'm very excited for this game. All right? I am very excited for this game. This matchup is very interesting because the Vikings defense is good at defending the run, and the Chargers offense is good at passing the ball. Okay? While the Chargers defense is weak against the run, and the Vikings offense is good at passing the ball. So this is a very, very interesting matchup. They're very good, but in different areas. So let's analyze this matchup a little bit. The Vikings defense just came off a game versus a very talented My Philadelphia Eagles offense. They allowed the Eagles to score on their opening drive. Then they proceeded to stop the Eagles on 4 straight drives.
Like I said, they had the opportunity to win this game.
Absolutely. They absolutely had them.
And they failed.
They absolutely
had
the opportunity to win this game.
Like with all the skull chants, skull, like they failed, bro. Like they absolutely failed.
Well, Carson Wentz could have something to do with that, and like you mentioned earlier, that's the big question.
Let me get your honest opinion. If JJ plays, do they win this game?
I can't say that because J.J. McCarthy has played how many games? He got hurt. He didn't play last year.
That's right. You
know what I mean? He's played a game and a half of football. So I can't say that.
Just wondering.
Yeah, I no answer. No comment. Okay. Philadelphia Eagles are heading into Week 8 with a win, and we are going to beat the New York Giants, and we are going to get our revenge in that game, but we'll talk about that later.
Be careful what you wish for.
I promise you, we're going to win that game.
Jackson Dart just played a hell of a game in Denver, bro.
Cool, bro. He lost to Denver just like how Jalen Hurts did. Now it's time for Jalen Hurts to get his revenge, and they get to come to the link. Although the Vikings defense had success, they ultimately gave up big plays in the pass game, as Hurts had 326 yards, which was his first 300-yard performance of the season. While the quarterback they're playing right now, Justin Herbert, he threw for 421 yards versus a highly ranked Colts defense. Okay? This Chargers offense is very dangerous in the pass game with quarterback Justin Herbert, who has 13 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. They have paired Herbert with a stacked wide receiver room of Quentin Johnston, Lad McConkey, and Keenan Allen. Okay? Going into Week 6, the Chargers were the only team in the NFL, going into Week 7. Going into Week 7, the Chargers were the only team in the NFL with 3 wide receivers, over 300 yards, and 25 receptions. Damn. They had 3 receivers on their team that had over 300 yards and 25 receptions.
Jeez, bro.
Unfortunately, they're missing their lead back in first-round running back, rookie Amorion Hampton. To go along with that, both starting tackles are missing, and they were both first-round picks. So they're missing both their offensive starting tackles on the left tackle and the right tackle. And that's where the Vikings defense has the advantage. They are second in the league in total sacks. Their D-line is stacked with Dallas Turner, Jonathan Grenard, however you pronounce it, Jonathan Allen, and Javon Hargrave. That D-line, I know. I saw that, and I was like, damn, they also have Hargrave, and they have Harrison Smith. He's a good run stopper. Mm-hmm. That D-line is stacked, and they're playing.
Hargrave is an Eagles legend.
I don't know about Eagles legend. He's good, but I don't know about.
Did you
Eagles
hear about
legend.
Brendan Graham coming back?
Yeah, I'm hyped about that, boy.
Yeah.
I am so hyped.
So
Brandon
Darius
Graham's
Smith
coming.
lost to the Giants and said, "I'm done."
That gave me bad vibes. I was like, oh man. That gave me like something's wrong with the locker room.
You hit your heel just now,
I did hit
didn't
my
you?
heel. I almost did. I stopped it though.
I like her to
You could
bang.
check. You could check. You could.
I like
go
her
back,
to
rewind
bang.
it 10 seconds.
I just heard
audience,
a
and tell me if you
bang,
heard a
bro.
bang. I
My-
promise it wasn't me. That was the people downstairs. All right.
He did hit his heel.
I didn't hit
That's
my heel.
4 in a row,
No, I
bro.
promise you, I didn't hit my heel.
Oh
on the
my
couch.
God.
I didn't hit the back of my heel on the couch. I promise you. I'm nice and calm because I think the Chargers' offense is going to exploit this Vikings defense. Yes, the Vikings defense does have an edge against the backup tackles and their strong defensive line, but they can't defend the pass. Okay, the Chargers are very good at passing the ball, and that's where it's going to make a difference. Like I just said, Justin Herbert can air it out. He just threw the ball for over 400 yards. All right, that is what's going to make the difference against this Vikings team. Okay, the Vikings couldn't stop the pass against the Eagles, and they give up a lot of plays in the pass throughout the entire season. Caleb Williams looked like a star week 1 against this Vikings team.
Week
Ju-
1.
Justin Herbert, they can't run the ball because they have backup running backs Kamani Madal and Hassan Haskins in the game. So that's where the Vikings are very good because Saquon Barkley had under 46 yards, by the way, against this Vikings team. They are very good against the run, but they gave up over 300 yards to Jalen Hurts. All right, now let's stop talking about that. Let's talk about the other side of the ball. The Vikings offense also have talented wide receivers, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. So they have one less talented wide receiver against the Chargers. I think that's going to make a difference as the Vikings defense isn't going to be able to hold up. They also have running back Aaron Jones hurt, just like the Chargers, who also have a starting running back hurt. So these teams are in very similar spots. But the difference is the Vikings quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, is hurt. Is it going to be McCarthy or Wentz? When the Chargers have a solidified starting quarterback in Justin Herbert.
Alright.
The Chargers defense is also top 10 in forced turnovers. They just played the 5-1 Colts. They just got romped. Okay. Seb made a good point about how the Colts scored over 30, but the Colts have scored over 30 in 5 out of their last 7 games. Out of 7 games this year, the Colts are 6-1. They've scored over 30 in 5 out of the 7 games played this season. So giving up over 30 to the Colts isn't that bad of a thing. Chargers win this game 23-22.
It's starting to feel like 2016 where like the Patriots, Colts, the Broncos, they're like the top teams in the AFC.
I didn't even
bro.
think about that.
It's starting to feel
You're
like
absolutely
that, bro.
right about, and the Ravens ain't relevant.
I don't
'cause
want
the Ravens won the Super
to. I don't
Bowl
want to get
13.
ahead of myself, but man, a Colts Patriots AFC Championship game could happen, man.
That'd be nostalgia, huh? And you just were talking about how next week, Thursday Night Football, it's Giants. Is it next week?
No, it's like in this. It's the week before we go.
Okay, but we get a Giants Patriots. That's
Yeah.
Super Bowl throwback.
Man, dude, I know the Patriots have a really, really easy schedule this year, but when you see an easy schedule, or you're like, oh, they should be all like blowing teams out, and we are blowing teams out. It's not like we're like losing to these teams that we should be beating.
You guys are handling them as you should.
Right? So I'm just saying, and we beat the Bills in like Buffalo on primetime. So man.
Okay, Seb, we're talking about the Vikings.
I know,
and
man. I
Chargers.
know. I'm sorry, but it's like
I got to talk about Eagles because we just played the Vikings, but...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. So that's why I brought this up, because in 2016, the top 4 teams were Patriots, Colts, Chargers, and then who else?
Broncos.
The Broncos.
Patriots, Colts, Chargers, Broncos.
Yeah, that was the top 4 teams in the AFC. So it's like, dude, it's starting to feel like that type
Like
of year.
2016? Like 9 years ago?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, or was it 2014, 2016? I can't remember. I saw this on like Instagram somewhere. But anyways, we'll see you guys on Monday Night Football, where I'm a warning to you Commanders fans, you probably don't want to watch that. I'll see y'all.